Music for a child's heart, body, and mind.
You are welcome to another episode of this class we're having. How are you doing? I'm really sure and I know you are doing very well and you are staying safe. All right, as we're proceeding today, remember last week we had a lesson on mathematics. So today we are taking another mathematics lesson. And what are we looking at today? It is called weight. What do I say? Can I hear you say it? Is weight. And remember, we've talked about weight as things, those part of those things we measure. When I introduce measurement as the act of finding out something. So today we are looking at weight as a topic of its own. And here we have it. What is weight? Weight is finding out how heavy or light a thing or a person is. To find out how heavy an object is called weight. And measuring weight is what we call mass measurement. Last week we did length, and that length, remember I said, is linear measurement, measuring in length, centimeters, and meters. You remember that? But today you are looking at weight, which we say is how heavy or light an object or a person is. What do I say? I know you have it there. Okay, so this is called mass measurement. And there are different standards of measuring weight. They look at it. The standard unit of measuring weight, we have it, the gram, and we also have the kilogram. So in measuring with gram, this is just a unit. It's to measure light object. Like if I measure a book, I'm going to use gram to measure it. If I measure a pencil, I'm going to use gram. When I measure as a unit, I say, okay, the pencil I measure is 3 grams, and I'll put it that way. But when I'm talking about another unit as in kilogram, in a short form is kg, and we use this to measure heavy objects. I hope you remember when I ask you, what is your weight? You will say my weight is 18 kg, 15 kg. Now we've come to the reality of it, that in measuring your weight as a person, the unit, because you are heavier than little objects, we are going to use kg to measure it. And let's quickly look at some instruments to measure weight. What are the instruments we use in measuring weight? When we talked about length last week, we were measuring with centimeter ruler, you remember, yes. And we also measure tape rule, which our tellers and our seamstress using, taking our measurement. But in measuring weight, what we use is one here, some of the instrument we have here, we have bathroom scale. Say it after me. Can I hear you? Say bathroom scale. Okay, and remember this is the one we use that is always often found in our healing bay, which we use in school. And I say whenever you are back, I'm going to check your weight again because I can really feel you are really adding. So we have bathroom scale. We have beam balance, another one. And these come in varieties. It's also called chemical balance. They have different names for them. And we have another one, kitchen scale. This one is often used, I've already explained this. We have it mostly used by market women to measure when we want to go and buy chicken in the market. You want to buy meat in the market. So market women often use kitchen scale to weigh what they are selling. We also have spin balance. It's also used in measuring weight. We also have equal balance. Take it after me. Say equal balance. Equal balance is used also in measuring weight. We also have simple balance. This simple balance is also like this, the weighing scale or kitchen scale to use to measure things. We also have weighing scale. These two, they look similar to use and measure the weight of things. Let's also look at the pictures of some of these scales, these instruments for measuring weight. Here we go. So we have weighing scale. So weighing scale. So when an object is placed in between, you can say the weighing scale is a balance scale. And it has two, like the bowl right there. So you can see it's balanced because there's nothing is empty. But if obviously something is placed in the one, another thing is placed in the second one, the one that is heavier, it will tilt, it will shift. So that's how to use it, and it could be read. We also have another one that's I mentioned, it says spring balance. It's also used in measuring the weight of objects. You have another one. This is the bathroom scale, which we have in school. And once you come back, we check your weight. We also have the, which I said, the beam balance for weighing chemicals, mostly used in the laboratories to measure chemicals. We have kitchen scale. I know most of you just look into the kitchen. You might have this. Mommy might have this kind of scale which she use in the kitchen to weigh when she want to measure the flour to bake cake, when she want to measure maybe chicken or even fish, she uses it. So right away, afternoon, we're just trying to look at how to compare the weights of objects to know which one is heavy and which one is lighter. All right, so we have, look at this. If you use your eyes to see this object, these two, A, and this other one that is bigger, B. Which one do you think will be heavy, and which one that will be lighter? So we look at it that like B is heavier than A, and the A is lighter than B. That's the language we use. If this one is heavier and this one is lighter, we say, okay, this one, A is heavier than B, and this B is lighter than A. Okay, we are going to pause there and take an experiment, a practical, on how to check the weight of human being on the bathroom using the bathroom scale. Okay. All right, here we are in experiment flow. We want to do a practical like as I said. So this is a bathroom scale. It's a bathroom scale. This is the one I used in school for you. So right now we want to, is this used to weigh the weight of human being, human weight. So we want to use it to weigh someone's weight and check it. Remember I said the unit when we are using this one to weigh heavy object is in kilogram, in short form written as kg. So let's do it together. Here we go. Okay. So here somebody has already, someone is there. Someone is there. You can see the leg. You can see the leg of someone to read the scale. Then we are going to check the weight of this person. Okay, we have read it. Oh wow, this is beautiful. The weight is, it reads 16. It reads 16. That's the first person. So you step down 16 kg, which is 16. He weighs 16 kilograms. Let's take another person to know. Don't forget that this first person, A, weighs 16 kg. Okay, another person has stepped on it, on the bathroom scale, and let's also read this one to know whether it is the same. Okay, this B, Mr. B is weighing 38 kilograms. What did I say? Mr. B is reading weighs 38 kilograms. So now let's look at it. Are they the same? Remember, the first person weighs 16 kg, and the second person weighs, Mr. B weighs 38 kilograms. So that's what we wanted to just compare to know. You can see that. Now look at it. Tell me the answer. Guess what for me? Mr. A and Mr. B. Who is heavier? Of course, I know you know it. And Mr. B is heavier than Mr. A, is weightier than Mr. A. And Mr. B, the Mr. A is lighter than Mr. A. All right, before we call it a wrap for today, remember we were talking on weight. And we say weight means how heavy or light a thing or an object is. It could be the person. We also look at some objects we use to weigh different things. We mentioned kitchen scale, bathroom scale, spring balance, and don't forget the unit of this of weight, which is in gram for lighter object and also in kilogram for heavy object. Please read that as you go. Visit your portal for classroom and you do your classwork and also check on your assignment in the portal and do it neatly. Take your weight at home, and when you come back, remember I'm going to check your weight as well to know how heavy or lighter you are, weight here that you are. I know you're really adding up. Remember, as I always tell you, I love you. See you next time.